Jean Grey's story begins with tragedy. At just 10 years old, she witnessed the death of her best friend, Annie Richardson, who was struck by a car. In this moment, Jean's mutant powers manifested for the first time, linking her telepathically to Annie as she died. Jean not only saw but also felt the emotions and pain of her friend, leaving a deep trauma and setting the stage for her struggles with her powers. This event drew the attention of Professor Charles Xavier, who recognized Jean's vast telepathic and telekinetic abilities. Her parents, unable to cope with their daughter's emerging powers, agreed to let Xavier mentor her. Becoming one of his first students, Jean joined Xavier's school for gifted youngsters, where she trained alongside other mutants. As she worked to control her powers, Xavier placed psychic blocks in her mind, fearing the destructive potential she possessed. These barriers were meant to protect her, but they also limited her growth, causing her to struggle with her abilities, particularly her telekinesis. Jean joined Xavier's original team of X-Men, taking on the codename Marvel Girl. She fought for Xavier's vision of peaceful coexistence between humans and mutants. In the early years, Jean was also instrumental in helping Professor X calibrate Cerebro, an advanced computer used to locate mutants worldwide. One of the darker aspects of Jean's history is her connection with Professor Xavier himself. Unbeknownst to her for many years, Xavier harbored romantic feelings for Jean when she was still a teenager. Onslaught, a powerful psychic entity, later revealed this to Jean, causing a rift between her and Xavier and shaking her trust in her mentor. Jean Grey is one of the most powerful telepaths in the Marvel Universe, classified as an Omega-level mutant. Beyond her well-known telepathy and telekinesis, she also possesses significant empathic abilities, allowing her to not only sense emotions but also manipulate them. This deep empathy is one reason the cosmic entity known as the Phoenix Force was drawn to her. The Phoenix Force, responsible for both the creation and destruction of life across the multiverse, saw Jean as its perfect host due to her extraordinary potential and emotional depth. Initially, it granted her immense power, amplifying her telepathic and telekinetic abilities to cosmic levels. However, it also brought great suffering, as the Phoenix's destructive tendencies led to chaos and death. Jean's connection to the Phoenix Force has made her seemingly unkillable. Despite several deaths throughout her history, Jean often returns, resurrected by the cosmic entity. A significant part of Jean's life is her relationship with Scott Summers. Mr. Sinister, a geneticist obsessed with creating powerful mutants, believed that the union between Jean and Scott would produce an exceptionally powerful offspring. He even went so far as to clone Jean, creating Madeline Pryor, in an attempt to control the genetic potential of such a union. In alternate realities, Scott and Jean have had children, most notably Rachel Summers, who inherited the Phoenix Force and telepathic abilities from her mother. Another of their children in alternate timelines is Nate Grey, known as X-Man, who also possesses incredible abilities. There have been instances where Jean's proven more powerful without the Phoenix Force. This shows that while this force has been a significant part of her identity, Jean's true strength and potential lie within herself, beyond any external influence.